So in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to assemble the Bonnie folio kit that you can find in my Etsy shop or on my website. This is a printable kit. You print it at home and assemble it yourself. It's a pretty big kit. There's a lot of stuff in here. So you've got lots of tags. This is a pocket tag with the tag on the inside as well. And you know, obviously some of these things aren't in the kit because it's digital, but I added some ribbon and some lace and things. There's an envelope in here, kind of like an envelope pocket. And a little notebook. This is a postcard. And then you've got a pocket here with some tags. And this is a notebook that comes out. It's got an elastic on it, so you can remove it if you want to. There are lots of pages in here. And then there are some waterfall pockets here with little tags on each of them. 5 pockets. There's a pocket here with a postcard. Some tags over here with these layered pockets. So that's the folio. Let's get started putting it together. Okay, so to get started on this kit, we've got the cover and then these 2 pages. The cover has some little lines that you can score on, so you have a little bit of a spine because there's a lot of stuff in here. And then these just get folded in half. I print these on super heavy cardstock. I printed these on 120-pound cardstock. Some printers can't handle that. My printer, you have to put the cardstock in the back in order to print on heavy paper like that, but you can just print this on regular cardstock, but I like to use the super thick cardstock because it just makes the journal a little bit more sturdy. So these are just folded in half and given a good crease, and I scored all of these and I inked everything ahead of time. And this is just these are just printed on one of the patterns that I've included on the back. And then this doesn't have to be printed with anything on the back because you're going to glue your pages to these sides. However, I am going to put something right in the middle here so that this isn't just white, because you'll be able to see that spine. So these little strips are included in the kit and you can use them for whatever you want, but I'm going to take one of these and put it on this spine here before I attach the pages so that you can't see the white here of the spine. Okay. So now I'm just going to glue these pages in, and they just go just like that. Although that's upside down. So it's going to go like that. Okay. So that's glued in there really good. So now I am going to start with this pocket. This is kind of like an envelope, maybe on this side. So this is the top flap of the pocket, and this is the bottom, and then this goes on the back of this. And this has a little line, so this is where you fold it to attach it to the journal. Now, first, before I do anything, well, I'll glue this on first. So this is going to go like this. Just glue that on like that. And then it gets glued here so you have a pretty back. And then, of course, I didn't get it on there perfectly, so I'm just gonna probably just ink that, and then just cut off the excess. Like that. And then just ink it so you don't have those white edges. And then I'm going to cut a little notch in this. And now before you glue it on, I want a little closure on this. So I'm going to do that before I glue it. I'm going to put some little buttons here. And I'm going to use these. These are in the kit for the lining of some pockets that I have, some like waterfall pockets, but you don't need this length. So I'm just going to use the edge of this and this to make some buttons. I use this one. I like to double them up so they're nice and sturdy. So I'll just glue these together. So now I'm just going to poke a hole right through the center, or what seems like the center to me. And then I'm going to mark where I want this on my pocket. And poke a hole. It doesn't seem like the center to me. So I'm just going to move it over a little bit. Let's see. Then attach these with brads. And then because this is a pocket and I don't want anything to get caught on here, I'm just going to put a little piece of paper over this. You're not going to see it, so it can be anything. Just like that. And then for this one, I'm going to do one of these strips. So now I'm going to glue this in. This just gets glued on 3 sides. And then this gets glued like this. And then you can just use the little like elastic cord to connect those together. So that's the envelope. And then here I'm going to do the waterfall pockets. That is these. I have 6 of them in the kit, but only 5 will fit here, so you can choose which ones you want to use. So I'm going to use this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and that one. And then these are the lining. So these are just, you fold them over like this, and then you fold them in half. Right? No, you fold them over like this. And then you fold them in half. Okay, and then I'm going to put, this is how they'll be in the, when they're glued on, like this. So I'm going to put a little notch right here. And then this is where the lining comes in. So your lining goes right here. So that looks pretty. First, I'm going to ink all of this. I'm just going to glue these in. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be that wide. It can be this wide. I think they're all about that wide. And then you just glue these on 3 sides. This one wasn't folded very well. Let's see if I can fix it. Or actually 2 sides. So now these get glued into this folio, just like this, down into a line. And then the next one is glued right below that. And there are your waterfall pockets. And now you can see why I put a little spine in here, because they take up a lot of space. Okay, and I'll show you the ephemera I have to put in there in a little bit. So now we just have to finish putting all the pockets on here. And you can put these pockets wherever you want them to be. This is just where I want them to be. So for this notebook that I have in here, I printed these pages on the back of a writing page pattern, and then I folded them all in half. Some of them I folded like this, and some of them I folded like that. And then just make sure they're all the right side up. And I printed these at 97%. And then this is the cover, and I printed this at 100%, just because once you fold this, it gets a little wider. So I folded them all individually, then I put them together, and then I kind of just trimmed off the edge so it's all even. And then I'm just going to do a little stitch here. You could sew this with a sewing machine, or I'm just gonna bind this with a little embroidery thread. Okay. Just put 3 holes in there. And there you have a little notebook. I'm just gonna take, this should really be heavier, but I don't have heavier elastic. So I am just going to double it. I'm gonna double it because it should be heavier. I'm gonna put this around here. Twice. Yeah. Let's see. Then you can put that right in the middle here. So you have your turn it so this is on the outside. So you have your notebook in here that you can remove if you want to. So I've got these little cards to go into these pockets here. And you can print them on the back of a pattern, or I like to print them just on plain cardstock and then glue something on the back of it just because it makes it more sturdy. And then I have these little tabs that you can glue onto here. And how I like to do these tabs is I cut them out, but I leave this center part and then I score it. Obviously didn't do a great job scoring it because it's not straight. And then after I fold it, I cut off these so that they're easy to cut off. And then I ink it. And then I'm just going to glue this onto here. I'm going to use this one. Like that. And then these fit into these little pockets like that. And then I have this pocket in here, this tag that's also a pocket. And I'm going to glue this to this piece so that it's super sturdy. So for these tags that are like this, all you have to do is cut them out and fold them in half and glue them. I like to cut them like just on the square, fold them in half, glue them, and then cut this part out, then everything lines up perfectly. And then I like to add a grommet and a ribbon and maybe some lace. So here's the finished folio. I added a little piece on the side and some ribbon. And then I've got this little pocket with the tag in it. And then I added a little elastic here to keep this closed. There's a postcard in here, and then also in this kit is pieces to make this little notebook. So we've got this little notebook in here. And then there are 2 tags in here, and then this is your bigger notebook that can come out with an elastic. It's attached with an elastic, so this can come out. You have all the pages in here. And then your waterfall pockets with your little tags inside. And then this is a postcard, and these pockets with tags, and there's a postcard in the back. There's a lot of stuff in this kit that I didn't use in this folio. There's a whole bunch of fussy cut birds and flowers. There are some other postcards and ephemera things. So if you purchase this kit and you enjoy making it, please leave a comment and like and follow my channel for more junk journal tutorials and ideas. Thanks everybody.